So I decided to get healthy, right? I bought a $300 blender. That's it. That was the whole plan. No meal prep, no research, just vibes and a NutriBullet. Because obviously if you own an expensive blender, the weight just falls off by osmosis. Right? I plugged that blender in like it was a life-changing spiritual event. The first thing I made? A smoothie that tasted like lawn and sadness. Apparently when you put kale, chia seeds, and regret in the same container, it doesn't blend. It conspires. Kale. Let's talk about kale for a second. Kale is not food. Kale is punishment for something your ancestors did. Who looked at this leaf, this dry, angry, bitter plant, and thought, yes, let's eat this and pretend it's better than fries. It's not better than fries. Kale is the food equivalent of someone yelling at you in Whole Foods. And of course, the minute I said I was starting a diet, all my friends turned into unsolicited nutritionists. These are the same people who once ate a queso out of a shoe at 3 a.m., but suddenly they've got opinions. Oh, you're eating fruit? You know fruit has sugar, right? Yes, Karen, but it's not the same sugar as the 14 cupcakes you inhaled at my birthday party, so maybe chill? Another friend hit me with, you should do intermittent fasting, which is just a fancy way of saying skip breakfast and cry at 11 a.m. One day into my health journey, and I'm already eating like I'm prepping for hibernation. Every health article is like, listen to your body. Cool. My body is screaming, carbs, like it's holding a protest. Let's talk about the mindset. Day 1, I'm a machine. I woke up, drank lemon water, did yoga, and journaled about how good I felt. Day 1 is a trap. It lures you in with energy and false hope. Day 2? Day 2. I was face first in a bag of chips like a raccoon who just discovered human trash. And don't even try to tell me to snack on almonds. Almonds. Almonds are sadness nuggets. If I'm craving chocolate cake and you hand me a handful of almonds, I'm calling the cops. That's assault. And what's with this idea that healthy food makes you feel better? Who decided that? Because I had a kale salad with lemon vinaigrette and I did not feel better. I felt like I was chewing my own death. I missed real food so bad, I had a dream where I made out with a slice of pizza. Day 3, I got so desperate I started Googling, are donuts a source of protein? Turns out no, but they are a source of comfort, which honestly is more important. Also, who decided cucumbers should be snacks? Cucumbers are crunchy water. There's no joy there. That's just eating anxiety in stick form. Every meal started to feel like a TED Talk. This quinoa bowl represents balance, nourishment, and self-control. No, it represents the fact that I miss cheese. By the end of the week, my fridge looked like a hostage situation. There were prepped meals in Tupperware, all color-coded and flavorless. It was like a tiny little dystopia where joy went to die. Every time I opened it, a single tear rolled down my cheek. And you know that expensive $300 blender? Yeah. That thing's been sitting on the counter for 3 days now, just chilling, like a judge, looking at me every time I grab a spoon. Oh, we're not blending anymore? Shut up, Steve. Yes, I named my blender. He's passive-aggressive, and I hate him. So now, naturally, I've entered the negotiation phase. You know the one. Well, if I eat half the cookie now and the other half after I walk up the stairs, that's balance. If I only eat dessert on odd-numbered days, it cancels out. If I put spinach on my pizza, it's basically a salad. At one point, I was eating gummy vitamins like candy just to feel something healthy. But look, I'm not here to shame anyone. If you're out there trying to better yourself, more power to you. Just don't let the blender win. And maybe, just maybe, don't trust kale. That stuff is up to something. So yes, I bought a $300 blender. Am I healthy now? Mentally? No. Physically? Still questionable. But I am drinking smoothies that look like swamp water while crying softly into a rice cake. So, progress? All right, let's talk about something we all know deep in our souls. Late night food cravings. Because let's be real, cravings at 2 p.m. are manageable. You're at work, there's accountability, there's people around, and maybe a little shame. But 2 a.m. cravings? That's a whole different beast. That's primal. That's you versus your fridge in a psychological thriller with zero plot and way too many carbs. At 2 a.m., I suddenly become a snack detective. Like I'm creeping through the kitchen in my pajamas, socks half on, trying not to wake anyone. Like I'm breaking into my own house, holding the fridge door open like it's a treasure chest. Okay, what do we got here? Leftover rice, 3 baby carrots, expired yogurt, and oh look, a slice of cheese that's just loose and floating like a sad dairy ghost. And then the inner monologue starts. Am I hungry? Or just bored? Or maybe dead inside? That's the moment right there. You're not eating because you're physically hungry. No. This is emotional. This is existential. This is you trying to fill the void in your soul with peanut butter straight from the jar. I once stood in front of my fridge for 13 minutes, just holding a pickle, questioning all my life choices. Like, how did I get here? Why is this pickle whispering to me? And why does ranch dressing suddenly sound romantic? 2 a.m. Cravings are lawless. You lose all control. That healthy version of you that prepped chicken and quinoa earlier, that person's gone. Dead. A memory. You're now the gremlin version of yourself who's one snack away from eating frozen pizza rolls with a spoon. And let's talk about the lies we tell ourselves during this madness. I said no sugar, but that cookie didn't hear me. That cookie was sitting there, all innocent, all delicious. I walked past it like 6 times, pretending I didn't see it. Then finally I gave in like, well, if I break it in half, calories leak out, right? Wrong. But did I still eat the second half? Yes. And then I went back for its siblings. Also, let's be honest, at 2 a.m., your standards drop fast. You're in the fridge like, is this slice of ham still good? Smells questionable, but I've eaten worse. Suddenly you're dipping crackers in almond butter, then moving on to Nutella, then wondering if it's socially acceptable to eat shredded cheese by the handful. Yes it is. At 2 a.m., anything goes. Even the food labels become negotiable. This says family size, but technically I am part of a family. This says serves 4. Okay, but 4 what? Cats? Hobbits? People who don't love snacks like I do? And don't you dare judge me for eating cereal at midnight. Cereal is the king of late night snacks. That bowl of Frosted Flakes, it's not just breakfast, it's therapy. Also, why does milk hit different at night? Like it becomes gourmet. You could pour it over sawdust and be like, this slaps. Let's not forget the real MVP of late night eating, leftovers. You ever eat cold pizza in the dark, standing barefoot in your kitchen, not even heating it up? That's not shame. That's freedom. Microwaving anything at 2 a.m. becomes a whole stealth mission. You hit the button and then run like it's a bomb. You're out here trying to mute the microwave like it's about to snitch. And God forbid you drop something, boom. Suddenly it sounds like you threw a cymbal down a staircase, and now the whole house is awake and judging you while you sit on the floor eating pretzels like a raccoon. Oh, and you ever eat in bed after that? Just like, I'll bring this one little snack with me. Then you wake up in a pile of crumbs, holding a granola bar wrapper like it's a breakup letter. Your stomach hurts, your sheets are ruined, and you're like, was that a dream or did I really eat 6 taquitos in a row? spoiler, you did, and you dipped them in regret. But here's the truth. We all do it. We've all had that 2 a.m. snack meltdown. It's part of the human experience. It's like taxes, traffic, and pretending we know how to fold a fitted sheet. So if you find yourself standing in front of your fridge tonight, staring into the abyss and whispering, just one bite, just know you're not alone. You're just part of a sacred tradition, the Midnight Snack Society. Welcome. We meet in silence, and we chew quietly. All right. Now we peel back the sad little wrapper of healthy living and expose what it really feels like. Today's flavor of chaos, calorie counting, aka mental gymnastics for people who once failed high school math but can suddenly subtract cheese. Let's just call it what it is. Calorie counting is a full-time job with no benefits, no snacks, and the worst boss ever, your guilt. First of all, who decided how many calories are in things? Because some of y'all out here telling me one slice of pizza is 300 calories, and I'm like, okay, so if I eat half of it twice, that's still one slice, right? Math. The level of math I do when I'm hungry is incredible. I become a human calculator mixed with a lawyer trying to find loopholes. Okay, if I ate 1,800 calories today and walked to the mailbox twice, I've earned a cookie, possibly 2. If I jog in place while chewing, that's cardio, right? No lie, I've tried to outwalk a croissant before. I ate it and immediately took a 15-minute walk like I could reverse time, Marty McFly style. Spoiler, it didn't work. But I did develop a mild cramp and a deep sense of regret. And let's talk about the ultimate snitch in your pocket, MyFitnessPal. That app knows everything. You open it like, I'm just gonna casually log lunch, and it immediately judges you like, oh, so you had a cheeseburger, huh? With fries? Interesting. And I swear it adds 50 calories just for attitude. I logged one slice of cake, and the app said, was it worth it? Yes, Karen, it was my birthday. Let me live. And don't get me started on portion sizes. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Who? Who is out here measuring peanut butter with a spoon like they're defusing a bomb? I just grab a knife, scoop what looks like a reasonable amount, and pray to the gods of protein. A serving size of chips is 11 chips. Excuse me, 11? I drop that many trying to open the bag. Counting calories turns into this little game of creative accounting. Like, I'll eat a muffin and then drink water and be like, boom, balanced. That's hydration and fiber. It's lies. But they're comforting lies. And don't act like you've never pulled the standing rule. If I eat it standing up, it doesn't count. Or better yet, if it's broken, the calories fell out. Oh, the cookie is in pieces? Perfect. That's just leftover crumbs from the universe. They don't count. That's spiritual. Also, if I steal one fry from your plate, that's not mine. That's a tax, a friendship tax, a cost of doing business tax. The government doesn't even know I ate that. So legally, MyFitnessPal shouldn't either. You ever lie to the app? You're logging food and just casually forget the whipped cream on your latte. Oh, I didn't technically eat it. It melted. Listen, if lying to your food tracker is wrong, I don't want to be right. You ever try to guess calories while eating at a friend's house? You're sitting there like, okay, this casserole has cheese, but also, love? Does love have calories? What's the exchange rate on affection to fat grams? I Googled the calories in lasagna once and had to close the tab immediately. Nope. Don't need that kind of negativity in my life. I'll just log it under soul food and move on. You know it's bad when you start negotiating with the universe like it's a game show. Okay, I'll eat this cookie, but then I'll drink green tea and that cancels it out, right? No, it doesn't. But we're gonna pretend it does so we can sleep at night. Also, I love how apps will be like, you have 200 calories left today. And I'm like, cool, what can I eat? Scrolls, a banana, or 3 almonds, or 1/3 of a protein bar that tastes like carpet. Gee, thanks. That's the culinary equivalent of getting socks for Christmas. The truth is, calorie counting is exhausting. It turns eating into math, and math is what we were trying to avoid in life by becoming adults in the first place. I didn't sign up for adult math. I signed up for pizza and freedom. But hey, if you're out there trying to track your intake, props to you. That's discipline. That's commitment. Just don't forget to log the spoonful of peanut butter you ate at midnight while crying in front of the fridge. Because yes, MyFitnessPal knows. MyFitnessPal always knows. And it is judging you. Let's talk about the biggest scam in the entire world of dieting. Bigger than juice cleanses, bigger than zoodles. I'm talking about the mythical, magical cheat day. Yeah, that one little day you circle on the calendar like it's a holiday. I've been good all week. I deserve this. And next thing you know, you've eaten enough food to power a small village. Cheat day starts off innocent, right? Just one burger, you tell yourself. Just one. A little reward for all the spinach you've suffered through. But that one burger has friends. That burger shows up with fries, and a milkshake, and maybe an appetizer. And suddenly it's not lunch anymore. It's an emotional buffet. You're eating like you just got dumped, fired, and evicted all at once, even though your biggest stress that day was a slightly delayed Amazon package. Cheat days don't ease in. No, no, no. They come in hot, like a fast food tsunami. First, it's, I'll treat myself to some pizza. Then, 2 hours later, you're in bed eating cold lasagna with your bare hands like a raccoon in a crime documentary. And listen, the logic during a cheat day? Oh, it's unhinged. If I eat it fast enough, the calories can't catch me. Like somehow the laws of nutrition are based on speed. This isn't a bank heist. This is cheese. And it will find you. Or my personal favorite. Well, I've already messed up today. Might as well go big. Might as well? What is this, Vegas? I eat one donut and suddenly I'm on a binge spiral like it's a competitive sport. And let's not pretend cheat day stays in its lane. You wake up Sunday like just one pancake. By noon you're like, a little mac and cheese won't hurt. By 3 p.m. you're dipping Oreos in peanut butter while making eye contact with your cat like, judge me and die. And somewhere around dinner, you have that moment. You're full, you're bloated, your body's sending distress signals. And yet, you think, I should end this cheat day strong, maybe with cake. You know, because you don't want to leave it incomplete. Gotta finish what you started. Like a warrior, a sweaty, overfed warrior. And then, cheat day's evil little cousin shows up, cheat week. Because what happens Monday morning? You wake up in a food coma. The salad you prepped looks like sadness. The gym feels like betrayal. So you say, I'll start fresh tomorrow, which turns into, okay, Monday's ruined. I'll start next Monday. And bam, it's been 3 weeks. Your blender has cobwebs. Your water bottle is filled with Coke. And your fridge is just ketchup, expired yogurt, and 4 different kinds of cheese. And look, I know I'm not alone. We've all had that Sunday night moment. You're laying on the couch in stretchy pants, covered in crumbs, whispering, it's Sunday. Jesus had bread and wine. Who am I to argue? Like somehow religion is going to validate your decision to eat 2 sleeves of garlic bread and wash it down with boxed wine. The real danger of cheat days is that they're a gateway snack. you start letting things slide. It's my friend's birthday. It's National Ice Cream Day. It's raining. I made eye contact with a croissant. Next thing you know, every day is a cheat day, and your diet plan is just a distant memory. Like, oh yeah, remember when I was counting almonds and drinking green smoothies? That was cute. But let's be real, cheat days aren't the problem. It's the lies we wrap around them like bacon. We treat cheat days like they're untouchable. It's part of the plan. No, Karen. You just ate a cake shaped like a pizza and called it balance. And let's not forget the aftermath. The next day, your body's like, you fed me 6 donuts and a burrito. Now go try to jog, I dare you. You get on the treadmill, your stomach's sloshing, your soul's weeping, and your legs are like, absolutely not. You fed us cake, we demand a nap. But hey, I get it. We all need a little treat. Life is hard. Broccoli tastes like punishment. And sometimes the only thing getting us through the week is knowing that on Sunday there will be waffles. So if you're on a cheat day, or in the middle of a cheat month, or hell, a cheat era, just remember, you're not alone. You're just human. A very full, very snacky human. And that's beautiful. All right, we need to talk about something serious. No, not taxes, not global warming. Worse, diet trends. Every 6 months, there's a new trend that promises to change your life. And like a fool with digestive issues and hope in my heart, I try every single one. Let's start with the trend that turned half the internet into bacon-loving cult members. Keto. Now, when I first heard about keto, I was like, wait, you're telling me I can lose weight by eating cheese and butter? Sign me the hell up. I was ready. I bought bacon in bulk. I was Googling how to bathe in heavy cream. I was like, forget vegetables, I'm fat burning with fat now. It's science. But nobody warns you about keto brain. That moment on day 3 where your body's like, where's the bread? Where's the bread? And your brain is just buffering. I couldn't remember my PIN number, my Wi-Fi password, or my name. I was trying to email someone and I just typed eggs. That's it. No subject, no message, just eggs. I sent it to my boss. Also, your social life on keto? Gone. Can't eat chips, can't drink beer, can't even have a banana. You're just sitting at the table like, I'll have the sight of sadness with a sprinkle of avocado. And the smugness of keto people? Next level. Oh, you're still eating fruit? That's cute. Shut up, Tiffany. Your breath smells like a deep-fried boot. Next up, intermittent fasting. Also known as, I'm not on a diet, I'm just hungry with structure. This is the one where you pick an eating window. Like, I only eat from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, cool, but what happens at 11:59 a.m.? You turn into a gremlin, that's what. I was doing the 16-8 fast. 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of stuffing my face like a raccoon in a Costco. By the time my window opened, I was eating like I just got released from a bunker. Like, move. I haven't chewed in half a day. I will eat this napkin if it even smells like food. And if you break the rules, people treat you like you've committed war crimes. Wait, you had a grape at 10 a.m.? That's not in your window. Oh, sorry, Susan. Didn't realize I needed clearance from the fasting FBI. And the best part? You still gain weight. Like, cool, I haven't eaten in 16 hours, and somehow I'm heavier. Explain that, science. At this point, I think my body runs on spite. And then, the juice cleanse. Ah yes, nothing screams wellness like drinking liquefied celery and calling it lunch. Let me tell you something. A juice cleanse is just expensive sadness in a bottle. You're paying $60 a day to be hungry and regretful. They give it fancy names like green elixir of vitality. No, that's just kale water with a side of despair. And you know you've hit rock bottom when you're on day 2 of a cleanse and you start fantasizing about chewing. I was watching cooking shows just to hear the crunch. I caught myself sniffing a loaf of bread like it was cologne. That's a good year. 2023, artisan sourdough. Also, you're not cleansing. You're just living in the bathroom now. I don't know what toxins I got rid of, but I definitely flushed out my will to live. And the moment someone asks you, how do you feel? You have to lie. I feel light. No. You feel weak, empty, and slightly murderous. You would kill for a cracker. And don't even get me started on raw, vegan, paleo, Mediterranean, CrossFit fusion eating or whatever nonsense is trending this week. I saw one plan where the guy only eats food that starts with the letter Q. Quinoa. Quail. Questions. You know what food trend I like? It's called whatever's in the fridge and doesn't require pants. But we keep trying these diets, right? Because we think maybe this one's the magic one. Maybe this time I'll feel energized and fit and glow like a moon goddess. Instead, you're bloated, cranky, and crying because you ate a crouton and now you have to reset your clean streak. So here's the truth. Most diet trends are just overpriced hunger with branding. If the plan makes you fear bananas, restrict joy, or sell your soul for almond flour, it's not a lifestyle, it's a prison sentence. But hey, if you're trying something new, good for you. Do your thing, drink your green slime, sprinkle chia seeds on your dreams. Just remember, butter is not a personality. Juice is not a meal. And if you're fasting so long you forget your own name, maybe, just maybe, eat the damn muffin. Coming up next, breaking up with food, why I apologize to a bagel. Stay tuned, you brave lil snack warriors. Okay, let's talk about something deeply personal, something raw, something painful. Breaking up with food. Yeah, you know the moment, that dramatic inner monologue where you tell yourself, that's it, no more carbs, I'm done, I deserve better. You say it with confidence. You even post about it. New me. Healthy life. Carbs air canceled. And then, breadsticks. Breadsticks walk in like they own the place. Hot, steamy, confident. Suddenly you're on the floor whispering, I didn't mean it, take me back. Carbs are that toxic ex you keep texting at midnight. You know they're bad for you. You know you'll wake up bloated and ashamed, but they're warm and comforting, and they smell like safety. Let's talk about mac and cheese. Oh, mac and cheese. Trying to say goodbye to mac and cheese is like ending a long-term relationship. You don't just move on, you grieve. You look at that bubbling golden crust and think, we had good times, didn't we? There's a moment of silence. You touch the spoon gently. It's not you. It's my cholesterol. Meanwhile, your new healthy replacement is sitting there in a Tupperware. Cold, bland, quinoa. And quinoa is trying so hard to be helpful. It's like, hey, I'm protein-packed and gluten-free. Cool. But you taste like wet gravel. You are not mac and cheese. You will never be mac and cheese. It's an emotional roller coaster. Stage 1, motivation. You're inspired, you're meal prepping, you bought kale in bulk and said things like chia seeds out loud in public. Stage 2, sadness. You open your fridge and it's all celery, misery, and one Greek yogurt that tastes like sour despair. Stage 3, bargaining. You're at brunch trying to rationalize a cinnamon roll. Well, if I eat it standing up and I cut it in half and I share it with my soul, it's basically 0 calories. Stage 4, relapse. You're crying in the parking lot of an Olive Garden with marinara on your shirt and a breadstick in each hand like nunchucks. And let's be honest, There's no pain like that first week of clean eating when your body starts asking the hard questions. Where's the sugar? Where's the butter? What is this cucumber? You feel personally attacked by salad. Salad shows up like it's the main course now, like it belongs there. And you're just sitting there, fork in hand, eating leaves like a defeated woodland creature. Comfort food is out there living its best life, melty, cheesy, emotionally available. And you're at home chewing kale like it owes you money. That's not a meal. That's punishment. Let's not forget how food breaks up with you too. You ever try eating clean and suddenly your favorite snack is like, oh, you want me now? Sorry, I've got 42 grams of sugar and your diet says no. Even the grocery store becomes a battlefield. The chips call out to you from aisle 7 like, come back, we miss you, we taste like memories. Meanwhile, you're dragging your little cart filled with almond flour and resentment, avoiding eye contact with the cookie aisle like it's an ex at a wedding, and don't get me started on social gatherings. Oh, you're on a diet? You can still have fun. Just eat the lettuce off your burger. No, Cheryl, that's not fun. That's trauma on a plate. The real betrayal? You start to get used to it. You tell yourself, I love green smoothies now. No, you don't. You just forgot what milkshakes taste like. You say, zucchini noodles are just like pasta. Lies. That's a vegetable impersonating a hero. But still, we try. We push through. We break up with bagels. We unmatch with donuts. We delete pizza's number from our phone, only to re-download it 3 days later at 2 a.m. with a weak heart and stronger cravings. Because here's the truth. Breaking up with food, it's like trying to quit a job that keeps sending you birthday cake. You don't actually want to leave. You just want them to treat you better. Maybe fewer calories, a little less sodium, a salad now and then to show they care. But deep down, deep down, you know you'll always go back. Because nothing loves you like a bowl of mac and cheese on a bad day. And that, my friends, is the most toxic, beautiful relationship we'll ever have. Coming up next, the gym is not a personality, and why I only run when chased. Stay tuned, Snack Warriors. All right, y'all. Let's talk about the wildest, weirdest, most delusional part of dieting today. No, not celery juice, not detox tea. I'm talking about that absolute circus called social media diet culture. Because let's be honest, no one makes you feel worse about your body than a 22-year-old influencer who says they lost 30 pounds by doing absolutely nothing except drinking water and manifesting. I lost 30 pounds with air and prayer? Girl, what? You mean to tell me all I had to do was whisper affirmations into a green smoothie and float into fitness? I saw one TikTok where the caption was like, "This one stretch changed my body completely." I tried it. I just looked like a confused flamingo having a cramp. And then there's the what I eat in a day videos. Oh, the lies. The carefully filtered, heavily edited, soul-crushing lies. It's always some shiny tanned person in a matching beige sweatsuit whispering, "Here's what I eat in a day. Breakfast, a single almond and a thought. Lunch, a mason jar full of air and maybe a chia seed that fell in by accident. Snack, a positive attitude. Dinner, 2 steamed peas, a kale leaf, and tears. Meanwhile, I'm on my couch eating peanut butter out of the jar like it owes me money, trying to figure out how their entire day had fewer calories than my snack break. Like, how? I eat a banana and gain 3 pounds. They eat oat milk foam and somehow look like they were carved by Greek gods. And the workouts. Lord, the workouts. You ever try a TikTok dance workout? You're like, okay, this looks fun, it's just a little cardio. 5 minutes in, I'm gasping like I ran a marathon, sweating through my eyebrows, and deeply regretting every decision that led me here. And the worst part is, The girl on the screen is smiling, like she's frolicking through fitness heaven. Just follow along, step tap, punch, spin, body roll. Meanwhile, I'm 2 steps behind, mid-spin, and I've pulled a hamstring while knocking over a lamp. TikTok doesn't prepare you for how hard it is to try and dance and not pass out. I'm out here doing modified moves like it's a senior Zumba class just to survive. And they have the nerve to say, no equipment needed. Yeah? I need medical equipment now. Because I think I dislocated something trying to do the shuffle lunge arm flick combo. Then there's the Instagram fitness influencers. You know the ones. Washboard abs, sports bra, doing yoga on a mountain, captioned, "You have the same 24 hours as Beyoncé." Do I though? Beyoncé has a chef, a trainer, a nanny, and probably a crystal that hums positive energy directly into her salad. I have a frozen pizza, a bad attitude, and an Amazon cart full of regrets. But somehow, these influencers make me feel like I'm the problem. Try this 14-step gut reset detox lymph boost anti-bloat protocol. Ma'am, I just want to fit into my jeans without crying. I don't need a cleanse, I need therapy and better snacks. Let's talk about those before and after photos. The before photo, sad lighting, bad posture, sweatpants, no makeup. The after photo, sunlight, golden hour, highlighter, angles, abs made of Photoshop and lies. It's like, are you fit now or just wearing better pants? And don't even get me started on diet teas. Flat tummy tea changed my life. No, it just changed your zip code to the bathroom. It didn't melt fat. It melted time while you were locked in digestive purgatory for 6 hours. But here's the real kicker. You start to internalize it. You're scrolling at 1 a.m. covered in crumbs, watching someone make a gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, flavor-free dessert that somehow looks delicious. And you think, maybe if I buy that $80 matcha powder and eat nothing but spirulina for 3 days, I'll glow too. No, you'll suffer, your bank account will cry, and you'll end up rage-eating chips at 2 a.m. while watching reruns of Friends. So let's just call it what it is. Social media diet culture is a fantasy land, a filter-filled funhouse where people pretend salad is dessert and burpees are joy. But the truth is, real bodies have stretch marks, real meals have carbs, and real workouts sometimes end with a nap and a snack. So if you're doing your best and not filming it for 3 million followers, guess what? You're doing just fine. You don't need to eat like a hummingbird or dance like a backup dancer for J-Lo to be healthy. You just need balance. And maybe a croissant. Because you know what I say? If you can't pronounce it, you probably shouldn't base your entire identity around it, except pizza. Always make an exception for pizza. Next up, we're diving into gym anxiety. Why I pretend to stretch for 20 minutes so no one sees me use 5 lb weights. Stay tuned, Snack Squad. Okay, now we're diving into one of the most powerful human abilities known to science. No, not the immune system, not the brain. I'm talking about something far more advanced. The absolutely elite mental gymnastics we do to justify eating garbage while pretending it's healthy. Because let's be real, humans are capable of anything when we're hungry and trying to rationalize it. Let's start with chocolate. Chocolate is the GOAT of snack justification. Every time I eat chocolate, my brain goes, this has antioxidants. This is basically medicine. I'm doing wellness. Wellness? Ma'am, that's a king-size Snickers, not a multivitamin. But listen, if antioxidants are in there, then technically, I'm fighting free radicals. I'm not binging, I'm on a mission. You ever eat dark chocolate and just smugly nod to yourself like a nutritionist? 70% cacao? I feel the healing. Meanwhile, your fingers are stained, your shirt has a cocoa dust outline, and you're pretending it's a spa treatment. Then there's pizza. Ah, yes, pizza, the most nutritionally creative dish on earth. Because here's the thing, we will bend reality to justify eating pizza. Tomato sauce is technically a vegetable. There's fiber, there's lycopene. It's a salad with crust. You say this while holding a slice folded like a taco, grease dripping down your wrist like it's war paint. And don't forget the toppings. I got mushrooms on it. That's plant-based. It's basically a garden. Sir, you just ate 4 slices. That is not a salad. That's a red flag. Oh, and this one's a personal favorite. If I walk to the fridge, it's a workout. Oh yes, the lazy cardio, fridge fitness. I will literally get up from the couch, shuffle to the fridge in my socks, grab cheesecake, and think, well, I earned it. That was a solid 12 steps. Didn't break a sweat, but definitely burned. 1 calorie? Maybe. Also me. If I stand while I eat, that's an ab exercise, right? Spoiler. No. No, it's not. All that's happening is gravity is helping me eat faster. We justify snacks like we're on trial. We become food lawyers. Your Honor, my client did in fact eat a bag of chips, but let the record show they were baked, not fried, and paired with water, which clearly makes it a balanced meal. Case dismissed. Snack justified. You ever hold a smoothie and just feel superior? Like, this is green. I am better than everyone. It doesn't even matter that the smoothie has 64 grams of sugar and costs $11. If it's green, it's clean. And then there's the portion control lies. I only had a bite. Okay, but 47 bites over 3 hours still counts. That's just slow regret. It's just a small bowl. Yeah, a mixing bowl. That you filled with cereal at 10 p.m. because dinner didn't emotionally satisfy you. Or how about this classic move? If it's broken, the calories fell out. The cookie broke in the bag? Boom. It's a free snack now. That's physics. If it's the end of the bag, it doesn't count. No, that's not binging. That's cleaning. You're tidying up. Marie Kondo would be proud. Don't act like you've never had the full-on negotiation with yourself. Okay, if I eat this donut now, I'll eat a salad later. Never happens. If I go to the gym tomorrow, I can eat this cake now. You won't. If I drink water before, during, and after the chips, I'm basically detoxing while I eat. Nope. You're just making wet crunch sounds and calling it balance. Then there's the super delusional justification. It's organic. Okay, but it's organic mac and cheese. That's still cheese powder. You just paid more to pretend it's good for you. It's gluten-free. Great. Still deep-fried and covered in ranch. It's vegan. It's also a cake. Sugar and flour are still real, no matter how ethically sourced they are. At some point, you stop even trying to make sense. You just whisper, life is short. Treat yourself. Calories don't count on weekends. It's 3 p.m. somewhere. By the end of the day, you're holding a half-eaten Pop-Tart like a confession letter, saying, I'll be better tomorrow. You won't. But it's cute that you think so. Because let's face it, we all do it. The snack logic, the rationalization, the absolute Olympic-level brain gymnastics it takes to say, yes, this chocolate-dipped granola bar is health food. It's basically a protein bar with dreams. And you know what? If it keeps you smiling and semi-sane in this crazy world, then eat the damn pizza and call it self-care. Just maybe, don't eat it standing on a scale whispering affirmations. That's a cry for help. Coming up next, portion control? I thought you said pasta bowl control. Stay tuned, snack philosophers.